Hello everybody and welcome to Parks Bros. It's Drew here and we're at Six Flags Magic Mountain today. I'm with my good pal, Zach. We just rode Viper in the front row in the rain, by the way, because it is a little bit of a rainy weekend, so the crowds aren't bad, actually. But because of the rain and going 70 miles an hour on Viper, it felt like there were bugs everywhere just stinging our faces. It was crazy. But it literally felt like we were back at Cedar Point on something like Maverick at nighttime, just feeling all the bugs hit us directly in the face. But it was just rain, thankfully, so it was already washing off within a few seconds. But just look at that midway, kind of empty, kind of wet. Really, really awesome to see this, though. This is something that we never really get to see in Southern California, so it's a nice change. Now, if only Roaring Rapids was open, oh my goodness, could you imagine how wet we'd be getting? It would be absolutely insane. This, to me, to this day, is still the wettest ride I've ever been on. Easy. Too bad it's down, but it is for seasonal maintenance, I believe, so it makes complete sense. But man, a rain ride on this would be unforgettable. All right, well, next up, as the rain is starting to clear up a little bit, we're gonna try and go on Apocalypse the Ride. It's probably on one train, but hopefully the line won't be too bad. All right, I take it back. We're not going to ride Apocalypse. It's actually only on one train operations right now, and the line is outside the Q building. So we're actually going to skip it for right now. We might come back to it a little later. West Coast Racers is just reopening. It was just testing, but it does have about a 30-plus minute wait. It's just outside the Q building. But we're pretty hungry. We're going to check out if the Chicken Coop is open. Twin Charge Tacos is open, thankfully, so we might stop there. But I really want to see if the Chicken Coop is open to try out some of the meals there. All right, so we got a little hungry. I stopped at the Chicken Coop, the brand new restaurant in the underground for all your chicken needs. Got a chicken and waffle sandwich. It does have some garlic aioli, I believe, on it, which is what that is. And then some really warm fries that are they just came out of the fryer. So I'm super excited to try this. I'll put the prices here. A little expensive if you don't have meal plan, but I think they definitely want you to buy a meal plan, and I'm very tempted to get it now. So just had my first bite. The chicken is a little dry, I would say, but the waffles are pretty tasty, super soft and buttery, as well as they also have a little bit of maple flavor in there. And now West Coast Racers is testing again. Hopefully it will open very soon. But looking at West Coast Racers, there's something that kind of resides right underneath, and that is the go-karts. The Pacific Speedway is now open, by the way, and we might even try a little lap on it a little later. So Pacific Speedway is open for your enjoyment. Well, not right now for us, sadly, but it is $8 for a driver, or if you want a buddy to come along with you, it is $10, which is actually not that bad of a deal. It's only $2 extra to have a buddy ride with you. But super excited to try this eventually, at least not right now, sadly, but maybe it'll be open a little later when the rain is completely gone. So something interesting that we just noticed is the fact that the West Coast Racers Preview Center is now going to be called 6 Gear Gifts. Super excited to see everything they have in there. So we came into the Batcave. We're getting a quick ride on Batman after doing some searching for markers. You can check out that video in the top right corner. Some really interesting things we found. Holy cow, front row on this thing was running quicker than normal, and I think that's just because of the cold. If you did not know, for some reason B&Ms seem to run a little better in the cold, which this is a B&M. It was absolutely fantastic in the front row, super ridiculously forceful and super smooth as well. Batman is quickly becoming one of my favorites at the park. All right, well, just as it's starting to rain a little harder, we came in for some cover. But that also means we're gonna ride Lex Luthor Drop of Doom. Wish me luck. So it is starting to rain quite heavily as we're next in line to go on Drop of Doom. So, oh my goodness, it was not very wet on Drop of Doom, surprisingly. But now it's raining quite hard. So we're gonna head over to Twisted Colossus to see how bad that line is. Hopefully it's not too bad, and hopefully it's open long enough for us to get a rain ride, because I would love that. All right, thankfully this entire queue is covered. We're gonna head into Twisted Colossus. It looks to be about a 15-minute wait, maybe 20. It is running 2 trains, sadly, not all 3, so we won't get a guaranteed duel or anything, but it's not too terrible. All right, so we may get soaked during this, no joke, if the ride stays open. It's raining quite hard, actually, but we'll see what happens. Okay, we just finished a row 11 rain ride on Twisted Colossus. Our first ever rain ride on this thing. We kind of had a duel, too. We had a duel in the first lap as well with 2 trains. That was the most insane ride I think I've ever had on it. It was so ridiculously intense. Well, that's because it feels like you're getting pellets all over your face. We really want to try and ride Goliath now to see how much pain we can inflict on our faces and our eyes specifically. But that was ridiculously fun and just insane altogether. I loved that. That was one of the best rides I've ever had on Twisted Colossus for sure. So rain rides, just to let you know, the track is definitely more slick and you get a little more speed. It almost feels light, if that makes sense. Like the train feels light because it's gliding and has less friction. But man, that was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. You couldn't look straight and open your eyes for more than a second before getting pelted with water. It was amazing. But next up, we're probably gonna try maybe Goliath if the line's not too bad, but we'll see. We're gonna try our luck with Goliath. Hopefully it's not too long of a wait because the rain is actually scaring a lot of people away, which I don't blame them because a lot of attractions go down for the rain. But Goliath is one of them that is open. So very excited to see if we can ride this crazy intense coaster. We've got kind of an issue with water puddles. Okay, never mind. We made it. We made it partway through our treacherous journey through this queue line. Oh, yeah, you're right. Shoot. Well, this is a nice surprise. We were expecting to at least wait a little bit on these stairs, but it definitely seems like the crowds have emptied out of the park. Zach wants to do a front row ride. I've never done a front row ride on Goliath because there's always such a wait, but in the rain, oh my gosh, I can't imagine how painful it's gonna be. Well, we're doing it. We're waiting for the front row. Wish us luck. Oh my gosh, I'm not ready for this. Oh, but Scream looks gorgeous right now. Twisted Colossus was amazing in the rain. Man, I wish it rained more in SoCal. I love visiting parks in the rain. It's the best time, at least as long as it's not raining enough where the rides close. So of course, right as we're about to get on front row, it's starting to clear up a little bit. So hopefully it doesn't clear up too much because I want a little rain on our ride. Well, sadly, it seems to have stopped raining the rotation before we get on. Dang. So it started sprinkling just a tiny bit as we got into front row. That was ridiculous. Front row, I would actually say, is one of my favorite roads. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite row, but it's just super tranquil up front. It's really kind of otherworldly, just zooming that quickly and being that graceful with its ride. But the rain really, even though it was minuscule, was stinging like a bee. It hurt as like a menacing sting instead of just like a playful like slap. It was like, I'm gonna hurt you. Man, that was amazing though. Goliath in the rain, definitely something you gotta experience. It's kind of crazy, but now I think we're probably gonna head out. If we don't hit up one more ride, we'll see. So I gotta say, today has been quite the success, especially with how empty it's become and getting these amazing rain rides. My only problem with today really has just been some of the operations have been pretty slow. Like with Goliath, we only had a 5 rotation wait. Sure, it's on one train, which will take a little bit of extra time, but it's about 6-7 minutes, maybe even 8 minutes, some rotations. So we ended up waiting 40 minutes for Goliath, even though we had 5 rotations to sit in. So kind of the only disappointing part of the day. I mean, chicken and waffles were great, actually. I really enjoyed those. And all the rides have been amazing, but some of the dispatches just take a long time. So we stopped in a Looney Tunes gift shop real quick. Guys, I think it's a sign. I don't know. Did find this cool shirt though, 2 for $25, and it's got all your favorite Looney Tunes characters as well as a Six Flags Magic Mountain writing. I think this is cool. Very colorful shirt for sure. So for some reason, we've been really infatuated with these squishies. Each one is $7. They have your favorite Looney Tunes characters as well as DC characters, but realistically, you just squish them. They're kind of fun. So just found these really cool shirts with Taz and Marvin the Martian, $18 each. Really love the Marvin one. Also, we just came across these shirts with a deal. If you are a season pass holder, this is the special spring t-shirt. It is $8. $8 for this awesome looking t-shirt. Here is actually a model of it. Shows off some Aero track as well as some B&M track. That looks great. So we're looking at some candy, but
is Green Lantern coming back?
I mean, look at it.
It's all here. It makes sense now.
By the way, we're hanging out with Dylan from Theme Park Obsession. You can check out his channel right there. So actually, while we were looking at the candy, we noticed 2 packets of candy for $5. That's a great price. And they have, of course, all your favorites. Gummy sharks, sour gummy worms, gummy apple rings. They've got everything. So Zach is getting a candy of his choice, but I just noticed they have cotton candy and it's only $4 a tub.
$3.99.
Oh, that's a lot of sugar. So I gotta say, we just tried the gummy candy from Six Flags. Super good. I was not expecting it to be that good. Actually, some of the best gummy candy I've ever had. And I know they make it in the park, which is really cool. But I gotta mention how awesome today was. I mean, even though it rained, even though we only got on 3 rides, we still had a heck of a lot of fun hanging out with some great friends, and Zach and Dylan from Theme Park Obsession. And I mean, the 3 rides we had were all fantastic. Some of the best rides I've had on those 3 separate attractions. So I would definitely say, if it's not raining hard or raining all day long and the park is open, definitely make sure to come check out Six Flags Magic Mountain. One of the best visits I've ever had, and we did little to nothing. So, I mean, super, super awesome to experience the rain today at Six Flags. I mean, we never really get to do that. But if you like the content, make sure to subscribe, because we're going to have tons more vlogs like this, as well as reviews and updates galore over the next coming months. But until next time, we'll see you on the next ride.